How are you doing today? Today we're going to go over how to know the total cost of making a product on Printify and also understanding how to figure out the shipping for that product. I actually thought of explaining this idea because I saw on the Printify Reddit that people were wondering about it. People ask, how exactly do I know the total cost of my product, including the shipping? So we're just going to go over that today and maybe you'll learn something. Okay, so first I'm going to show you exactly how to find the product shipping cost and the product cost on Printify.com. So to find the product shipping cost, you actually need to go to the catalog, select your product. So let's just do mugs by MyLocker as an example because there's two sizes, so we can go over, what to do if there's two sizes and if there's going to be a different cost for shipping with different sizes, and there will be depending on the product. If you head into the mugs here and you can scroll down immediately and you'll see the shipping and more details. And that is exactly where you need to go to find out the shipping cost of your products. And each product will have a chart describing the shipping cost, the cost of additional items, and the cost for the different sizes if there are different sizes. And also it'll go over the cost for shipping to different locations like the United States, like Canada, and like international shipping. And I just remembered I'm supposed to be talking slower in this video, so I'm going to try to take it down a notch and slow it down. I'm a very fast talker. I get nervous, I start talking fast, the whole thing. Okay, so back to the mugs. So you can see here for this mug, it's going to cost $5.50 to ship one 11-ounce mug and $8 to ship one of the 15-ounce mugs. And then the additional item on top of that will cost $3. Go down more, you can see that to Canada, it's going to cost $11 and $12, and then international $13 and $15. So you can see all the price here. So if you use the Printify integration, they will actually calculate the cost for you, and Printify does integrate with many different platforms now, so you can go ahead and check that out if you're curious about which platforms. And they'll also calculate it depending what type of product people are buying, how many they're buying, so they'll do all the calculations for you if you automatically integrate it. Okay, so now before we get into more of the shipping details and pricing products, let's get into where you see exactly how much your product is going to cost. So if you continue on and you start designing your mug, just say you add a random design, I'm just going to throw one on there. Let's say this is our mug design. We're ready to go. We're looking at the preview, and you need to tab all the way over to the variants, and that's where you're going to see exactly how much it'll cost. So right there, I can see my 11-ounce mug is going to cost $4.02, and my 15-ounce mug is going to cost $4.60. So this is just the cost of the product. This does not include shipping, which is what I saw people were very confused about. So unfortunately, I don't know why they don't have something that shows you, the shipping and the cost like right on this tab. That would be very beneficial, but they don't have that. So you have to know the cost by yourself along with the cost of the product. So you're gonna have to remember that there's roughly $4 plus I think it was $5.50, so $9.50 to ship one 11-ounce mug and 52 cents. So typically once you know the cost of your product and what it's going to be, then it'll stay the same. Sometimes different products, if you're doing like double-sided, it might cost a little more. If you're doing more ink, in my experience, it hasn't been that big a difference. It's within under like 50 cents or so. So that's not a huge deal. Basically, you have to know the shipping cost and add that to your production cost, and you will get the true cost of what your item will be. It really just matters depending on how you're going to sell your products. Are you going to offer shipping or are you going to charge people for shipping? Let's use Etsy as an example. So Etsy, if Etsy is one of the most popular platforms to do Printify with, Etsy now has it that they prioritize listings that have free shipping in the United States. I don't know why I said that kind of weird. The United States, or if you offer $35, orders with $35 plus have free shipping in the United States. Etsy is already telling you that you should be following one of those two rules. If you're not doing it, then you're just putting yourself at a disadvantage because that's the way they're going to prioritize listings in their feed now. What I do for my own products is I add the cost of shipping into my product. So I'm offering free shipping on every single product. I don't do $35 order and above free shipping just because of a variety of products, and with Printify, it could just get very complicated. So to keep it easy for me, quite frankly, I do it like that. Now, before Etsy even put this new free shipping stipulation in there, I was just using the Printify integrations and they would calculate the cost for me. So I just, on my mugs, I would charge $5.50 for an 11-ounce mug. That's how it was for me. And now, like I said, I changed all the prices of my products to include the cost of shipping in them. And this could actually work out pretty well depending, if someone buys bulk items, I normally end up making money on the shipping this way because typically, as you can see when you're looking at the mug, like to add another mug, it would only cost $3 versus $5.50. So normally you're making out a little better if you do it this way. Unfortunately, it's worse for the customer, but just because of Etsy's new advertising of their listings, that's just the way that it was easiest for me to do with my shop. Now, this is only for US customers, so I still use the Printify integration, international and Canadian customers. And basically, Printify calculates the cost for you as shown, so it'll just go right into your shipping profile on Etsy. There are some things that you should be careful of when doing this, because I realized that Printify overcharges the customer, not us. Overcharges our customer a lot depending on the products for international or Canadian shipping. And sometimes this could work out in your advantage if it's a reasonable cost. And you know, I have had some international buyers pay a lot of money for shipping on some of my items, and I haven't changed them because people are willing to pay that. But for some items, people are not willing to pay a lot for shipping. So to give you an example, I was actually selling the Printify ornaments before the whole Printify ornament disaster, which I'll link below if you want to check out my thoughts on that and how I do not recommend selling any of the ornaments on Printify at all. So I was selling the ornaments, and I didn't check the shipping profile of what it was for Canadian and international, of what Printify was putting on my Etsy, and it was charging like $17 for one ornament and then $5 for an additional ornament. And I had a Canadian customer message me saying, is there anything I can do, because that was just a lot of money to pay for a very, you know, lightweight, small product. And it was, I totally agree. I just honestly had not been paying attention to it. That's something that I, at the time, really did not think about. So I went to Printify, and it actually only cost like $7 or something like that to ship an ornament, and then a few bucks or something to add on another one. So I was able to change it, and in that case, I ended up getting a lot more Canadian ornament orders this year because it was a much more reasonable price. So you need to be careful looking at the international and Canadian shipping profiles. They're accurate for the United States ones, but sometimes it ends up charging a little more for the international. I don't really know why, but in my experience, that's what the integration has done. That's one of the negatives of the integration. Okay, so that was my brief explanation on how to find the shipping costs and the product costs, and understanding that they're not combined in one spot. You have to look in two different areas to find out the cost. So I hope that made sense. If it didn't, let me know. You know, I'm really new to making videos, and I have a lot to learn, so hopefully with every video I'm improving. So I hope you have an awesome day, and be sure to check out my other Printify videos. If you want to sign up for Printify, go ahead and use my link below. I'm planning on doing some upcoming videos on how much I made from Printify. I actually have had 3 Printify shops over the course of 1 year, 2 which are still in business, and I really want to get into in-depth about what I've actually made or not made doing Printify and Etsy. So stay tuned, and I hope you have an awesome day.